everybody, welcome to Getting in Gear. I'm Jacob.
I'm Dylan.
And we're here at Flipside Music in Denver, Colorado, checking out Cusack pedals today.
Yes.
We've got...
Fresh from Holland, Michigan.
All the way from Holland, Michigan. Yeah, but we're checking out the Screamer Fuzz, Fuzz Drive, the Screamer Overdrive, the Tap-A-Whirl, Rebound, and the Resound. Yeah. The Rebound and the Resound are new versions of older pedals, correct?
The Resound is, yes. The Rebound, I think, is, I think that one's new altogether. That's their first kind of, they had a delay, but I believe this is kind of bringing it into the Resound format in terms of like how it, like the way it's set up for the presets, having the multiple algorithms on all in one thing. Like that's kind of the first time moving it into that format.
So they took a shot, and now this is the Rebound.
Yeah, there you go, exactly.
Because they missed? Oh, no. They didn't miss.
No.
They just made it better.
Yeah. Well, it's nice because like it is interesting because before people used to ask kind of like when the first version, or I guess it was actually the second because this is the third, I think, version of the Resound. But I think people used to ask like where was the delay, and that was kind of why, you know, it kind of brought along itself. So
Nice.
and Rebound, it makes sense, you know, kind of a rebounding sound for a delay. The Resound or Resound, I don't know if it's Resound or Resound. I guess I would say Resound, but like a resounding, you know, I guess that's the way I say it. But
Oh, let's turn that one off.
yeah, essentially the Resound is the reverb, and then the Rebound is the delay. Just so everybody's on the same page.
And it looks like we've got 8 different modes for
Yes.
each pedal. We can go through those here in a moment.
Yeah, we will just have to kind of tell you guys which one we're on. Obviously, you'll be able to see the numbers, so if you're curious or need a reference, they do have that easily available on their site. It's obviously a little too hard for us to have a camera on the bottom of the pedal while we play it. So I think it's kind of cool, though, that they put those there at least, just so you're not, like, completely in the dark.
Yeah, and so you know what we're referencing.
Yes.
They have a nice little handy key right there on the bottom.
Yeah.
And so I switched to Cathedral. Let's try Modulated. That's nice.
Oh, that is nice. It sort of sounds...
I guess we could start at the beginning. How about
sure, yeah.
Let's
Let's reset, yeah.
So this is just a room with a little bit of... It's like when you move into a new place and that the room has like nasty reverb reflections.
Yeah, like before you've moved anything in.
Yeah, there's no furniture in there or anything. My bedroom has this like weird corner, and if I snap my fingers in the right place, it has this like crazy.
It's kind of cool.
Very much like this.
I think that's a thing too, like musicians in general. It's always funny to me, like walking into, like, especially every once in a while, like Jake and I would do that, where like all of a sudden you'll hear, and you're like, oh, that's a nice reverb. You're just like in random spaces. You're like, oh, that's a really nice reverb.
And it'd be cool if you could like capture those things
Yeah.
and share them, which I think you can, but not today.
Yeah.
So this is the room. Let's check out the plate.
Oh, a little brighter. Lingers just a little longer too. Similar kind of. I don't know. Similar kind of. Not really a slapback, but the reverb itself is kind of a similar amount of time. It just sounds like a little brighter and a little more, just a little further back.
Yeah. And then we've got Cathedral.
More depth. Not as bright. A little more diffused.
Let's turn up the decay just a little bit.
Ooh. That almost bordered on a full echo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's a nice Cathedral. And then we've got Modulated. That's nice. And then we've got Swell.
Does that shave off just a little bit of your attack?
It blooms in afterwards.
Yeah. Which the rebound apparently also, the ducking mode is going to be similar. So we should try the two together at some point.
Yeah.
Log that back for later.
And then we've got Haul and Freeze. And then we got Spring Classic. That's really convincing.
It's very, yeah. It's kind of bright and plucky like you'd want.
Just
max it out. Oh. Yeah, we'll have to give it a surfer test in a minute.
And then Shimmermer.
Shimmermer?
Shimmermer.
Shimmermer.
I want you to share with the people that I'm not just crazy and that this actually says Shimmermer.
It does actually say, yeah, he's not having a stroke. It does say Shimmermer. Yeah. Shimmermer. Like, can you confirm this so I don't sound like an idiot? That's interesting. It's very organy for a shimmer reverb. Like it kind of reminds me of like the classic, like there were a lot of like the Clint Eastwood westerns that would use that for like some of those like in between, like it's like a rain sequence or something. That part would kind of come through.
A little too gallopy.
Well, yeah, but that's an interesting take on a shimmer. Huh.
So it looks like parameter 1 is your like low octave, and then parameter 2 is your high octave.
Huh. It's not overly piercing, which is nice. Because sometimes, like, if you drive an upper octave that high, sometimes that can get out of hand. That sounds very usable, so. It's very organy, though. Like, I don't know if that comes across. Hopefully it will in the video, but in the room, it very much kind of has that, almost like an organ behind what you're playing.
Totally.
Yeah.
So those are all the modes of the resound. Resound? Resound.
Yeah.
Resound. Like a resounding chorus of...
That's the way I'd like to think of a resound, yeah.
Well, let's put that back on plate. We'll turn the mix down just a little bit. Is that good for a nice, like...
Yeah, it's present without really being in the way.
So we can check out the rebound. And so
the little brother to the resound.
I believe when you click these on, they go into a preset, and you have 2.
Yeah, you can scroll up or down through the banks using either the middle and left or the middle and right. This one also features basically what they're calling like a break, so you can break up or break down. What that usually seems to mean is it's kind of like a drag feature. So it'll essentially, as you hold it, it'll go up in pitch or drag upward, or it'll drag downward. The upward side is on the right and the downward side is on the left. And then I think it also has they call it float on this, but that's basically the freeze function. So it also has a float feature. Just kind of rides it out.
Best part about delays is when you play something funky, you get to listen to it like
over and over,
3 or 4 or 5 more times. Ooh, that has a very satisfying delay time.
Are we on the analog setting still?
We are on tape.
Oh, tape. Okay.
Which, let's go through those modes.
Yeah.
We got mod analog.
But you're more of our analog delay guy here, so I'd like to see what you think of the behavior of that in terms of the sweet sauce and the warpage.
There it is.
There you go.
On that parameter 2.
Ooh. That's actually really nice. That's actually very nice. Huh. That's really nice.
It doesn't get in the way.
No, yeah. Well, and it's weird because like sometimes I'm not. I don't mind like a little modulation on a delay, but like that's actually a really very satisfying. It's not overly chaotic.
Yeah, a lot of them, they dip too hard,
Yeah.
or like there's a swell into the dip, or
That, or even the modulation almost takes over. Like you're hearing more chorus rather than delay. Sometimes with some of that stuff too.
as opposed to it modulating the delay.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah,
That
that's
sounds
very
really nice.
Yeah, that's very nice. Let's check out tape.
Yeah, it has the right decay for a tape delay where like the bright signal kind of remains and the low end kind of fades as it goes out.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it's tighter. It has that dubby.
Yeah. Honestly, I know we're only like 2 settings in, but I was gonna say, if you wanted a multi-mode delay without a menu, that's actually pretty, like without having the deep dive menu, that's pretty, right off the bat, I'd say that's pretty solid.
Yeah, if a menu that you want is right there on the
Well, yeah, yes.
on the thing.
I mean, more like, yeah, if you're in the anti-screen brigade.
Yep. Which I shift, you know. One day I'm
You're
like,
like on
no
Mondays.
screens.
Yeah,
and
you're like
the
on
day-
Mondays I'm fine with screens.
But then Tuesdays I'm like, give me my Benson preamp.
Yeah. Back to basics.
And speaking of back to basics, we got Digipong.
Yes, which we're not in stereo, so you guys might not quite get the same intended thing, but it is, obviously, if we were in stereo, you would get that contrast of it moving between the 2 amplifiers, which is always a fun sound.
And then we'll check out Dual.
Yeah, which I think you're supposed to be able to set 2 different ones for kind of rhythms and things. Oh yeah.
Yep.
There it is. Yep.
I guess this is where you do your... A little more feedback.
Yeah.
A little too much, but on the second
It
one.
gets there though.
Then we got reverse.
Which I always like a good reverse delay.
But usually, what do you like to do? Mix all the way up?
Kind of depends. Yeah. To me, like the reverse delay, that's actually like what I usually use when I'm kind of trying to do some of the more easterny kind of vibes. Something about it to me kind of gives it almost more of a, a stringed violin kind of bowed vibe. You kind of even get almost that faux.
You were watching me.
Oh, was I?
No, that.
Oh. But yeah, the faux. There's a lot of like kind of woodwind or other versions of woodwinds in like Middle Eastern music that kind of have like bouzoukis and stuff like that. It kind of has that kind of a tone to it. Play some Phrygian. Yeah, reverse delays are fun. They're not necessarily like the thing you're never gonna be like, oh, I'm using reverse delay for everything. They're definitely not that, but I think they're one of the most fun things.
And theirs with mix like halfway, or just under half.
That's a good one.
And then we got ducking.
Yeah, which is supposed to be similar to like a swell, but for delay. So it's supposed to get rid of the first repeat and then bring it back in.
There it did it.
Yeah. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah. Yeah, the idea they said was essentially they're trying to give you all the attack you would normally have. You don't lose that, but then the echo kind of brings itself back in after. Yeah. Because we're hearing your initial notes pretty clearly. And then the repeat.
Instead of do.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's almost like it forgets the first couple of repeats and then you hear it.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is.
And then we'll try pitch.
That's different.
Don't know a good chord for this.
Kind of an inquisitive chord, yeah. Somebody just discovered something about someone. Yeah. What?
It was Mr. Mustard in the
yeah. In the pantry. Yeah.
With the candlestick. Not Mr. Mustard. Okay, back to the pedals. This one is space.
Which I actually loved the description when I was reading it for this one. They said if you've ever worked in a guitar store and a dude walks in and asks you, hey, I want something that makes me sound spacey. That was why they put it on there. They're like, yeah, we're going to put this on just so if somebody asks that question, you've got something. We'll see how spacey it gets, I guess. Oh, okay. That's cool. Oh, it's filtered. It's very filtered. Yeah, because part of it almost like it sounded like if you had a wah backed off. You hear it? Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah. Ooh. It almost sounds like something Slift would use. Ooh. I really like that.
What is that? Oh, it's almost Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
That's like...
Yeah.
That's not space at all.
I was like, speaking of Ed Sheeran. I'm just kidding. It's an inside joke for you guys later who are really paying attention. You guys will know why I just said that later.
But if you're looking for an Ed Sheeran baritone,
Yeah.
we have one if you want
There's
it.
one on the horizon. I really like that. I know everything doesn't have to go back to Maris, but I'm like, I wonder if I can get the LVX to do that. That was extremely satisfying. I know that was just like a random ass thing. Yeah.
So it doesn't go into self-oscillation.
I wonder if it's going to be mode dependent for that. Like maybe like the analog mode might, but the other ones don't.
Let's see. No, not on the tape.
There it is.
So dual, or no, mod analog does
Yeah, I
it.
was going to say, so the analog does do it. Okay. It's like a failing motorcycle.
And there it goes off into the
Yeah.
distance.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty fun.
That was pretty cool. Okay.
Well, here, we'll rein
Oh, I
it.
wonder what the brake does when you're oscillating. That was awesome. Wow.
Well, that's
That was awesome.
fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. That is awesome.
Here it comes back.
Honestly, that's one of the best, one of the newest, most interesting kind of oscillation features I think I've heard in a very long time. That was really cool. I was not expecting that at all.
Me either.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it here on mod analog. So now we've got both the rebound and the resound on with just a little
Taste of both.
just a little bit. And then we've got ourselves the tap-a-whirl. Ooh, that's just nice.
That is pleasant.
Ooh, what's the options?
I was just saying, a lot of you are actually familiar with a part of the tap-a-whirl. So the tap-a-whirl was basically the very first use or implementation of tap tempo for tremolo. So in the very early version, it was kind of the first one to get it to the table, which also enabled tap tempo chorus, tap tempo univibe. Basically, all tap tempo modulation is kind of owes a little bit to the tap-a-whirl, the original tap-a-whirl. Which, for anybody who's known Cusack for a while now, they've kind of gone through a few iterations at this point, but the tap-a-whirl I think's been that one's been the foundational block that's kind of always been there.
Whoa, that sounds great.
Now for the tap-a-whirl.
And that's really cool, that the tap speed feature, you don't actually have to tap it. You can.
It's crazy how long that goes in between. It is honestly, in the world of ramp up features, I do actually think that one is probably one of the most usable ones we've had that we've tried recently. Because most of the time it's a one-way trip. The fact that ramps up or down is pretty awesome. And to the fact that it stays wherever you kind of leave off is pretty cool. Because honestly, that makes it a little bit more like an expression control, almost like an expression switch, rather than having to use a full-on foot pedal for it. And it's you're effectively getting the same thing. You just have to, have that little 1 second of reset in between, I guess.
And it's super cool that you just stop where you want it. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, you can literally ramp up right to where you want and then let it go, and it'll stop. Yeah. And the fact that, again, like I said, that it's not a one-way trip is pretty awesome. It's super intuitive.
Yeah, that's very cool. Well, should we add in the screamer drive?
Yeah, because honestly, usually when you add a little hair to trems is when they they really start to kind of show their qualities.
And we've got the tap whirl, the rebound, and the resound all on.
Yeah, just to give it all a little bit of depth. You know, it's pretty interesting, like even on the further ends of the speed, it's super usable. Like, 'cause sometimes, you know, some trems, like you go to one extreme or the other and it's not that it's not usable, but it's not the most, like, it's not always, you know, sometimes it can be a little chaotic. But that one, like even that higher speed is pretty usable. The low speed stuff is pretty interesting, and that kind of ducking thing that it did when you on the furthest end of the speed controls was pretty interesting. Yeah, because that one's almost slow enough, it almost sounds like a swell.
Yeah, and I think that's using the different waves. Because keep in mind, there's 24 different waveforms.
Which is pretty huge. Yeah, and a lot of those,
which I believe you get to from, you got bank A, B, and C there.
oh, and that's basically the storage for each of the waveforms. Okay.
Yeah, there's some wild stuff in there.
Oh, the rhythm, yeah. 'Cause that's one thing the Diamond one did that I thought was pretty interesting. It's cool that one does the same thing. Those kind of rhythmic tremolos are pretty cool.
And so those are all the way over there in bank C. And now we're back to like a
standard, yeah.
Very bread and
standard.
butter. I had the waveforms pulled up here.
Oh, that one's kind of interesting. It's almost pulling the high point out, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like rather than like peaking over and over, it's almost like it's ducking under over and over. Ooh.
It's got quite the step motion. I'm gonna see if this will work. But you can see all the wave shapes there. And we're on 3 of bank A. This one.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if people can currently. But
oh, so it is doing that. It ramps up and then immediately drops it. Okay,
yeah,
that's cool.
And then this will spread out between the drop off.
Yeah, how long it takes to get to the drop off.
And then this puts a triangle wave with the square wave. And then this is a triangle with a dip at the end. And a spike.
Yeah, because that one sounds like it's kind of going dip, and then it kind of keeps trucking along.
And then we've got what is to be random, as much as they can.
Huh.
Oh, that has some rhythm.
That
to
is
it.
really cool, yeah.
And then
It's
this,
almost like a stuttering tremolo.
And then this one will be a stuttering tremolo for sure.
Oh, wow, that one, yeah.
So that's just the first bank. So there's 24. That's insane.
I was going to say, that is pretty comprehensive for a trim.
We probably won't go through all 24 for you here in our quick demo, but
Yeah, they're there under the hood, though, if you need them.
yeah, we'll just go with this nice.
That is pretty comprehensive, though. That's a lot.
We'll add a little grit. pick a nice, not the shimmer murmur,
Shimmer.
spring.
Shimmer. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
Do you want to play?
Sure. Yeah, I'll give it a go. Now that we've kind of hit the feature set of the 3 more complicated guys.
Yeah. But then I can like
Yeah.
adjust for you. And so the Cusack Screamer Overdrive has 3 clipping options. You got silicone, or no, silicone. You got LED, which is much louder, but
Much louder, yeah.
but you get to see the LED actually.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
And then Schottky diode. I think I liked silicone. Let's compare that to the fuzz. Oh my god. And so we're currently on LED clipping. Let's check out the silicone. Oh, there's a lot more low end.
So yeah, it's a huge.
Whoa. That's cool. And let's check out the Schottky.
That was a little more muffled, kind of.
That's really nice that it has like 3 distinct flavors.
Yeah, 3 very, very distinct. Because, like I was gonna say, at least in the room, like each one of those was wildly different.
Yeah.
Which, if you're gonna have multiple modes, I think that is a good way to do it because you feel like you're getting quite a bit more out of it. So.
For sure. And in typical fashion, LED is the most open. That sounds
one's-
huge.
It does.
Shimmer
I just realized, like, you can have basically custom oscillation on any fuzz if you were to use that.
Yeah.
Because some fuzzes will oscillate kind of on their own. Some won't quite as extensively, but you could pretty much get it out of that. That is cool, yeah.
I was trying to get it to oscillate down like the Doppler effect.
Oh, man. Almost sounded like a French siren for a second.
Yep. Well, we thank you for joining us this week on Getting in Gear. We've been looking at Cusack music pedals from Holland.
Yes.
Michigan.
They're also the fine makers of a couple other companies, but Mojo Hand would be another one that we carry that is really, really cool. So if you're not familiar with Cusack or Mojo Hand, they're really, really a fun. I don't know. They're a fun company that probably doesn't get as much attention as they deserve. So
Maybe we'll do that next week or in a couple weeks.
yeah.
But yeah, that's been Cusack Music. We've been looking at the Screamer Fuzz Drive, the Screamer Overdrive, the Tappa Whirl, the Rebound, and the Resound.
Yes.
All through our trusty dusty Rev D20. We've been playing Reverend guitars today. I have a King Bolt in iconic blue with 3 P90s.
Yeah, and you may think we grabbed two of the same guitar, but we didn't. This one's actually the Jetstream 390, and then he's got the King Bolt 390. So
Yeah, so come check these out.
yeah, honestly, again, I know we said that last week when we tried some of these, but the some of the changes Reverend has made are so good. Like these are a big jump up even from what we've had in the past. So definitely
Well,
worth checking out.
This one's an upgrade. That's from the past.
Oh yes, yes. I was gonna say yes. Those are because I was gonna say this one actually feels good, but the new guys are definitely worth checking out if you haven't visited the Reverend stuff for a bit. So
Yeah. So come check them out at Flipside Music here in Denver, Colorado. This has been Getting in Gear. I've been Jacob,
I've been Dylan.
and we'll catch you
On
the
the
flip
flip side.
side. Play us out.
'60s sci-fi right there.